It fires you up.
Let everyone go past you.
There is nothing like it.
Ignore the watch.
The most beautiful finish line of any race I've ever taken part in.
So welcome to London, the TCS London Marathon. I've run the race 14 times, so you're in the best hands to get the best tips on how to execute the best race possible.
And so for me, the excitement, Amrit, really starts before the race itself, the expo. Do you have anything specific for before the day itself?
I would definitely recommend getting there as early as possible.
Yeah.
The weekend does become pretty busy. What I would definitely advise against is having time on feet. You want to reserve yourself, make sure that you can rest, relax, and be there and do it stress-free more than anything. So get there nice and early, have a look around, get the things you want, see people. You might bump into someone that you might run with, but more than anything, get there nice and early.
Perfect. Now, we know London is crazy, it's noisy. What do you think is one of the best ways that you can guarantee that as you go on the course?
So one of the biggest tips, I think, is free energy from the crowd. London comes out in force. And whether you got a vest or a tee, print your name on your tee or your top in big letters, and London will carry you to the finish. They are cheering for you, so definitely print your name on your top. The race in London is very, very crowded, but that's not a bad thing. You just need to tailor your first part of the race, the first 20 minutes, the first 5K, the first 10K to your own race. Let everyone go past you, because I can assure you, you'll catch them up on the back end of the race.
Absolutely. I mean, you start feeling like Rambo, Schwarzenegger at the very start. Everything feels great. The excitement, the adrenaline.
The energy levels.
Yeah, and you're thinking, oh, I was planning on running 6 minute per K pace. Feels like I can do 4 minute per K. And before you know it, you'll find out you shouldn't have. So I fully agree with you. Run your own race and stick to the plan. Amrit, you ran this 14 times. What is this blue line?
There is a line printed on the ground. It's painted the night before or the week before, and it is the exact 26.2 distance, or 42.195 in Ks. Surprising, I still remember that. That is the exact distance. So if you stick to that as much as possible, your watch will say that you've run the marathon distance. If you deviate away, if you weave around people, you'll add on a little bit of distance. So to manage energy, to manage your own performance, stick to the blue line as much as possible.
You don't need to look far to understand how precious, historic, and monumental these landmarks are. And so for me, I think when you look at people that will pay money, not even to run a marathon, to just come and see these places, and you are there running and seeing all these places during a World Marathon Major, Tower of London. Honestly, there is nothing like it. The noise that greets you there, it fires you up. And I think that is the halfway point.
It's the halfway point, and you'll know you're there because you'll start to feel the goosebumps. You start to feel the adrenaline, and if you can, just look up. It's going to be extremely difficult because you're going to be so excited maybe to see family and friends, but have a look around. You'll see some monumental sights, and it's part of an iconic part of the course where there's so many standout points to see.
Absolutely.
So as you head towards Tower Bridge, the iconic part of the course, the noise, the energy will really G you up. And as you make that turning towards the Isle of Dogs, you will start to see those faster elite runners. Give them a wave, give them a smile. They might wave back at you, but they're also going to be so in the zone. But it's the free energy that you need, that you're going to go tackle the road that they've just been on.
I know London is a specific location where your GPS kind of does its own thing.
100%.
Any tip for that?
Yeah, so when you get to Canary Wharf, I'd highly recommend just running on effort. Ignore the watch. There's lots of buildings. Satellites get a little bit confused. You may see your pace jump, or you may also see it slowly slow down. You're not slowing down. You just got to keep moving, keep the legs turning over. It's part of the race which gets pretty difficult, and just get through Canary Wharf Junction. You're on the home straight back towards the finish line.
If you're relying on your watch to pace you through, it's an easy way to panic because you think something's gone wrong, but just trust what you're doing. And to Amrit's point, rely on what it feels like to be running on effort.
An extra bonus tip, I'd highly recommend manually lapping your watch at each mile or kilometer. It's just so you know the exact distance is what you've run, because sometimes what does happen is that it beeps slightly before you can see the marker, just so it doesn't throw you off on the day. So as you've navigated most part of the course, you get into the last few miles. There is, when you are on the embankment, the slight incline. You hit maybe 40k marker, it's 25 miles on the race. You're almost there, you're almost done, but there's that slight incline that goes towards Big Ben. Hold it together. You've got one final big turning. Keep some energy in the tank. That stretch down the birdcage walk, that final turn to the Mall where you see that iconic bridge, the sign which says 385 yards to go. You are there, but there is a slight incline that I just want you to prepare for. It's nothing too major. Just keep the legs turning over and you'll make it to the finish.
So by keeping what you had, some of it in the tank, you utilize it at such points. And I think you raised a very good point on how to run your own race, not only for the start, but to pace it. That way you can see through the end as planned.
I would always say to anyone who's doing it for the first time is just to control what you can control, whether that's your food, your nutrition, coming down to London, preparing your race kit, making sure your watch is charged, make sure you've got your gel somewhere to carry your phone. Preparing everything in advance so you can leave nothing to chance is going to save you so much time, and also just mentally taxing all that energy you can put forward towards the actual race itself.
What can't you control? What kind of things are you referring to when you say you can control what you can control, but what kind of runner can't they control?
The weather.
That's one.
You definitely cannot control the weather. That's why we can train through all different types of scenarios, and you will do what you need to do on the day, regardless of whether it's a hot day, whether it's a cold day. The climate will throw whatever it needs to at you on the specific day, and you just gotta have expectations. Set an A goal, set a B goal, set a C goal, set a D goal, however many goals you need to get you through. Have people out on course to give you little boosts, to break up the course into different sections. And I think those sections and those mantras, those things that you can have in the background really help you to cut out the noise, the things that maybe are not in your favor as well.
The dessert, the icing on London Marathon for me is this finish. Now, I could paint the picture, but you could paint it 14 times better than me. So do you mind just sharing with people what it's like to be greeted by the London finish line?
It's iconic. It's hard to describe. I think I've waved at the Palace 14 times, just in case someone's watching. So as I turn that corner, just in case they're watching, I just do a little wave just to say, hey, I'm coming to finish the race in your front garden. And I think it doesn't set an incredible picture in terms of when you finish, because when you turn that corner past the Palace and there is about maybe 200 meters to go, the emotions start to flood out. I've cried along that finish line. I've cried many times because the adrenaline, the euphoria, and the iconic nature of where you are, the history that road steeps in, and being British, being from London, it just makes it even more special. It's a cherry on the cake for an incredible journey.
Absolutely. And I have to tell you, I know we might have arguments here and there about certain things, but it's literally one of the most beautiful finish line of any race I've ever taken part in.